Hi Taurus, welcome to your mid-August 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. This will not resonate with every Taurus that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Taurus, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, Cross Watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Taurus. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Taurus and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy first. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, so let's see what's happening in love and romance for my Tauruses. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with a Taurus from now till the end of August. What is the energy that's surrounding Taurus at this time? What does Taurus need to know about their love life spirit? Let's give Taurus clarity, healing, insight, and guidance. Romantic feelings, nice. All right, so Libra got this card. So if you guys are dealing with a Libra, or if there's Libra anywhere in your chart, I suggest checking out the Libra reading to see if there's messages for you there. The letter F is sticking out to me very, very strongly. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Interesting. So let's pull some more cards. As in like Felix or as in Faye. Anyway, tell me more about this energy here, these romantic feelings that's surrounding Taurus at this time. Taurus feels maybe about someone. Tell me more about this energy, Spirit. I can't stop thinking about you. Wow, Taurus. Okay, so the feelings are being developed here because the thoughts are nonstop. When this person's separate from you after they drop you off or after you guys say your goodbyes, after hanging out, they already wonder what you're doing. They already want to text you. They already want to see what you're up to for the next weekend. You're constantly on their mind, Taurus. They daydream about you. They fantasize about you. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you guys have been having someone on your mind a lot and you just can't shake it off, I think there's some potential here. This is confirmation that these feelings are definitely something that can be explored. And with this card too, the romantic feelings card, it always indicates to me that the feelings are mutual between the two of you. I feel like you guys can't really stop thinking about each other, honestly, and it's kind of mirroring itself that way. Your energies are very, very connected to one another. Okay, so tell me more with the Tarot Spirit. Let's dive deeper into this. Did you guys just have your first kiss with this person, I wonder? Ten of Wands, Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. It does not have to be the case in order for this reading to resonate. Whew. Okay. Wow. 2 10s here. Your birthday could be May 10th for some of you. You could be seeing 10-10 quite a bit. Whew, my goodness, Taurus. Wow. All right. Let's get one more card. Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups, Scorpio energy. So what I feel with the 7 of Cups is definitely mixed feelings and mixed signals. It's interesting because I feel like you guys are both sidestepping each other in a way. You don't want to be the first to fully reveal your feelings. You don't want to be the first to reveal your cards too soon. So it's like you guys are keeping everything hush-hush, but I feel like you're secretly obsessing over each other. And if they're sending you mixed signals, Taurus, I think they don't want you to figure them out yet. I don't know how new this is. I feel it's relatively new. You met maybe, a few months ago, maybe even just very recently, a month ago, a few weeks ago, but already they are starting to develop feelings. Already there's an intensity that can't be explained with the moon card. But, the sidestepping is getting a little frustrating for one or both of you. But who's going to budge first is the question. I feel with the Seven of Cups, they don't know really what to feel. They don't know if they feel is real. They don't know if they feel is something that is what can be a reality. With the Seven of Cups, it's that thing where we get very much in our feelings, trying to deliberate every sort of outcome that could happen. This could go really well and we could start dating, or I put my heart out there and it gets stomped on, or we stop talking one day and I don't know where this goes. Like that type of up and down energy has really been fluctuating within this connection. But the thing that is really prominent here is the fact that they can't stop thinking of you, Taurus. And I wonder if it's because someone hasn't fully revealed, or both of you haven't even given each other a nudge of where you guys are in this connection and where you could see this going. It's making someone or both of you very, very confused. So let's go ahead and get right on into this. Center of this is the Ten of Wands. Sagittarius energy. The Ten of Wands could be similar to Strength in some way, in a very smaller level of holding on, holding back. In the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you see that guy who's carrying a whole staff of whole bunch of wands on their back pushing forward. And I think the pressure is on Taurus to reveal, to speak up, to say, to act. They want to hold on to this. I feel it's at a subconscious level. And what I mean by that, Taurus, is that consciously, because there's not enough evidence that they're seeing that makes them feel like their feelings are worth acting on, they want to keep this as distant as they can with you, emotionally, passionately, because they don't want to get too ahead of themselves. They don't want to start falling really, really hard if it's just not for anything. But subconsciously, it's like there's just something about you that they really want to hold on to, that they want to work at. It's been kind of a difficult situation, I feel. It's been a lot of struggle. It's been a lot to carry this on and move it forward, but yet you still are. Both of you are in this. I'm seeing someone that likes to wear denim cutoffs. Maybe that was the last time you saw them, they were wearing those shorts. But it has been a struggle to hold on to this and to keep this going, especially if you guys haven't been real with one another. And I'm not judging. I can see why, right? Someone doesn't want to get played. Someone doesn't want to get carried away with the fantasy of this being something if it's really not. But if you guys don't communicate, I don't think it will go anywhere, right? What's crossing this is the Ten of Swords. So this is Gemini energy. I wonder if someone is really worried if they mess something up between the two of you. I don't feel like it's something major, but I do feel like it's something where they had that opportunity to finally speak up. They had that opportunity to finally tell you or show you how they feel, and they didn't do it. And because they didn't do it, it's kind of sending the other person the message that it's nothing here. They're not interested. I think what's holding someone back is the fear that this is going to end, and it's not going to end well. Because maybe someone went through a really bad breakup before. Maybe someone got carried away with their emotions before and it never followed through. But with this Ten of Swords, if you guys haven't been speaking, and if that's the case, I feel like it's been a few days or maybe a couple weeks. It's been hard for them because they want to reach out, they want to talk, but they don't know if you want to, interestingly enough. But for most of you, I wonder if someone's worried if this is in the view or in the mind of someone else of just being a temporary thing. And out of respect and out of distance, they keep that all held within. But I feel the one thing they need to do is to speak on it, is to say it. Interesting. What's crowning this is the Moon card. So Pisces energy, Cancer energy for me as a reader. This is where the daydreams come in, the fantasies come in. They're very much romantic. They're very much idealistic. I almost heard poetic. I wonder if someone likes to read poetry or write poetry. That could be a hobby someone likes to do. Or even has like a scripture or like a poem or like a lyric tattooed onto their body. I'm seeing like a ribcage tattoo for someone. But yeah, the moon is for someone, the anxieties are starting to kick in. The fears are starting to kick in. What if they're interested in other people? What if I'm not the only one they're talking to? What if it's all in my head? These feelings, this hope, I guess. Someone doesn't want to like get their hopes up. And that's what's been really blocking this from moving this forward here. I kind of want to clarify the Moon card to get more information, especially since this is crowning the reading. Maybe someone's recently had a dream about you, Taurus, that has been sending them a lot of messages about this situation. The King of Cups. Yeah, the feelings are getting deep here, Scorpio energy. And they're getting really intense. And they feel like there's a magic here between the two of you. But they don't want to just go off their feelings. Eight of Wands. Fire energy, Sagittarius energy specifically. And maybe in the past it was moving a lot quicker. You guys saw each other a lot more. You hung out a lot more. But now it's kind of plateaued in some way, which has been making someone really nervous, which is making someone really fearful of the situation. Especially because I think, Taurus, with the King of Cups and the Moon card here, that their feelings are not going to be easy to shake off. That their feelings have gotten to a depth where they can tell themselves that they're starting to fall in love with you, that they're starting to have real deep feelings. And I feel Spirit's trying to urge them to act more, urge them to, put the pressure on to make something happen out of this, but they're still kind of waiting it out. They're still trying to observe you and your actions and to your responses to what they do and don't do and seeing if they're reading the situation right. But honestly, I think they're overthinking the situation to the point where it's getting a lot more complicated than it should be. With Eight of Wands, some of you could live at a distance from one another, and the long distance is what's making it so complicated, right? Especially if you're trying to make it work with the Ten of Wands, but the fear is that it's not going to with the distance that's in between you two. And if someone's not willing to move to get closer, is it a reality that this will ever work? Will we even ever see each other face to face? If some of you haven't even met face to face. What's rooting this is the Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So yeah, I do feel the wall is built up. There's definitely a defense. There is definitely someone holding on, holding back out of security. But again, the plateau of this connection where it was so passionate, where feelings were being somewhat expressed, where interest was being shown a lot more, to now it being kind of bland or dampened. It maybe is making someone feel like, well, they're not interested. They're bored, maybe, is someone's fear. And if they're not going to be the first to open up, if they're not going to open up even a tiny bit for me to have a better understanding of where they're at and how they feel, this isn't a good start. This doesn't make me feel right and make me feel secure about this. And I feel with the Four of Pentacles, they want to put on this facade or this face that it's not as serious as they are feeling, or it's not as real and deep as what they're feeling. They find it very, very hard to read you, Taurus. They find it hard to understand what you're feeling, what you're thinking on this. But maybe you're kind of mirroring each other in that way, which is making everything a lot more confusing. I don't know why I heard slept on the couch. Someone could have fallen asleep on the couch. If you have met, have hung out. I don't know, they stayed the night, but yeah, stayed on your couch for some reason. I don't know why that's coming through very strongly here. But it's interesting if it is the case that you guys are both not willing to budge, but you both are kind of wondering what the other thinks and how the other feels. And want this to continue, but don't know how to continue it. If one person isn't going to be the first to expose themselves and expose their feelings. But I get it too. And maybe if you felt like you did, Taurus, you did kind of put your feelings out there and it wasn't well received, I think this person just doesn't know what to do with their emotions, what to do with their feelings. They're not very emotional outwardly. Inwardly, yeah, but I think in some way, wherever they learn to not express themselves emotionally, not to show their cards too soon, has really been a karmic trait that they've developed. But it's definitely losing you, Taurus. It's definitely making you feel like this may not ever become a reality. Your energy in this situation, or how they see you, is the Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So yeah, Taurus, I think where you're at with this Two of Pentacles is that you're trying to decide what's best for you, what is realistic, what you should do with the situation. Almost as if they're not going to make any choice, I'll make the choice for them, but you still struggle with it. You still struggle with it because emotions are involved. You still struggle with it because you feel like there's still something you haven't seen within them or that they haven't revealed that you're absolutely right about. But you're also done trying to pull teeth to get it out of them. And if this is how they're seeing you, Taurus, again, the roles could be reversed. But if this is how they're seeing you, they don't know. I don't know. Again, you may show interest one day, but because they're not biting the bait, you pull back. They feel like it's hard to get a hold of you sometimes, especially if someone does have like 2 jobs or someone is balancing a lot in their life right now. They almost feel like recently you haven't been prioritizing them, to be honest. And maybe that's something that they're finding a bit difficult, and it's also making them overthink about the situation because of the back and forth, or because, I don't know, maybe they just haven't given you a reason to stay as committed to this, as engaged in this. And I feel for those of you that are like, yeah, you know, they haven't given me any sort of confirmation. Why would I put all my eggs in one basket into that? And they know that you've been distracted lately, or they know that you've been kind of detaching yourself in a way. But I think what they don't see is that you're struggling with that too, in some ways. Someone could be wearing green right now, just confirmation, or someone's favorite color is green. How they are in this situation, how you may be seeing them in this situation, is the Four of Swords in reverse, Libra energy. So yeah, I feel that you really want them to get this all out there. You want them to talk. You want them to speak on it. You want them to be authentic. You're done with the hiding. Now, there are 2 4s here. Some of you could be seeing 44, 444. Your birthday could be May 4th, May 14th, perhaps April 24th for someone out there. And I feel, Taurus, that because of there's been a lack of progression, the pressure's on them, and they know it is to kind of come out and say it. But it's a very, very scary place for them with the moon crowning the situation. They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to approach this. They don't know how to approach you. Even if you think it's as simple as giving me a call, putting me out on a date, and putting it all out there, it's an uncomfortable space for them. I do feel if you haven't heard from them, you will. I do feel you will hear a message from them, a text message, and it's like a we need to talk situation. So I wonder what they're going to have to say. I wonder what they want to communicate. I wonder what they do want to put out there. I hope that they're done with the mental struggles, the mental games, the mental obstacles that they're putting both of you through, and they're ready to just go forward with their heart. Go forward with how they feel with the King of Cups. I think you pick up on their energy, pick up on, especially if you guys are intuitive with the moon here, you guys are psychic in some ways or very empathic. You read them a lot easier than they read you. So it's like, you know, there's more to say, you know, there's more they want, but if they're not going to put the action to it, you're not going to make them, you're not going to pressure them. They're grown, they can make their own decisions, they can make their own choices, right? I feel like that's the side where you're coming from, Taurus. And if it's worth it, they'll say something, they'll speak. Now, I wonder if it's hard for them to have you over because they may live with roommates or they may live with family. And that's always kind of an awkward situation. Maybe they don't get along with their roommates or their family members. So that makes it hard for you guys to have sleepovers, stay the nights at each other's houses. Just something I'm picking up on. You know what? Let's get nosy. Let's pull some cards. I want to see what this Four of Swords is all about. Tell me. Tell me about this Four of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands. Okay, so fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I think they're deciding to do something about this. Finally, to put action towards this. I'm really drawn to this monarch butterfly up in the corner there. Maybe you guys have resonance with butterflies, butterfly tattoos. Been seeing butterflies around for confirmation. Bottom of the deck, karma. This is judgment in this deck here. And it's interesting how these, like, you know, this coven is under a new moon or a full moon eclipse. They're realizing if they want change to happen, they got to make the change. They got to make the initiative. I think they're coming to this realization. And if there has been silence with you, they really do want to come out of that silence with you. I do feel with this Ace of Wands, they do want to ask you out on a date. They want to ask you to hang out, or if, again, you're at a distance, FaceTime, Zoom call, Skype, however you communicate with one another. They want to respark that fire. They want to respark that passion that maybe has died out a little bit because of this duel of not putting forward what someone wants to say or what someone wants to act upon how they feel. So it's on them, I feel, Taurus. It's on them to make this move or this initiative. And it's time to resolve the struggle, the karma that's been around this, and just do the damn thing, right? All right, Taurus. To see the likely outcome of the situation, what's likely to happen in the near future for you guys in this connection, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you what's likely to unfold in the near future, but also pull some oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection. Anything that I can further answer questions about this situation that will give you more information on what choice to make should any situation happen. And if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Taurus, I really hope that this is giving you some clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever romantic situation you find yourself in. I hope they make the right choice. And if this has resonated, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.